Hey there, welcome back to my channel, or welcome in if you are new. If you are new, my name is Kay. I'm a professional home organizer and soprano here in Boston, hence the name, The Organized Soprano. And I wanted to do an organization video for you today of how I store my hair products. It's sort of a follow-up video to the last video I did about my hair product storage situation. So this requires a little bit of backstory and a little bit of explanation about this video. So I'm going to chapter this video, so if you want to skip this and just get to the organization, you can do that. But I'm going to talk anyway before that, so you can skip it if you want. If you don't, here it is. I'm making this video specifically for organization problems that people with type 4 hair and curly hair would have. Now, the hair typing system is an arbitrary sort of system, hair typing system that was made up. I don't remember when it was made up. I think it's fairly new. And you please take it with a grain of salt. It's not like absolute, but it does kind of help you figure out what kind of curl pattern you may have. There is type 1 hair, and then there's type 2 hair, which is I think like wavy or slightly wavy. Then there's type 3 hair, which is curly. You start to have some curl pattern. And then you have type 4 hair, which is what I have, and that's tightly curly, coily, kinky hair. Because I was born in the 70s, I never got to see my natural hair texture when it was wet. I never got to see what my curl pattern looked like until I was in my 30s, like late 30s. So I always had my hair straightened with either like a hot comb or like a curling iron. So my hair was always straight as a young child, and then I started getting relaxers in my hair. And then I got at one point a Jerry curl, which was crazy because that's what my hair actually looks like. And I had braids off and on, and I relaxed my hair until I was about in my late 30s. So I never really got to see my natural hair texture, and I was never taught to care for my natural hair texture. And so I've been on a journey for the last few months, learning about my hair, deciding what my hair needs. I've been to a curly hair specialist a couple of times, and it was okay, but I've been on a journey over the last couple of months going into the science of hair, what kind of hair I have, and I've learned about the porosity of my hair, the density of my hair, the thickness of my hair, what my hair likes and doesn't like. And when you get into this journey, you tend to acquire a lot of hair products. You tend to start collecting them because you're still experimenting. And I think when I figure out exactly what my hair likes and doesn't like, I'll have fewer products. But for the meantime, when you're in that experimentation phase, you may acquire a lot of products and you're trying different things every week. However, I found this journey of discovering what my hair likes and how to care for it extremely liberating and super, 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 super fun. As a professional organizer, I figured out a couple things that were very helpful and a couple of things that weren't so helpful. So I'm going to take you along to see my collection, how I've organized everything. I will give some feedback about how I felt about some products along the way. I'm so sorry if that adds to the length of this video, but it is what it is. If you're here, you probably care about what I feel about some of these products, so I'm not going to hold back. Anyway, here is the type 4 hair, curly hair organizing video. Let's do this. Okay, we're in my bathroom, and if you've been watching my channel long enough, you'll know that the under cabinet in my bathroom, I had some hair products in here and in here, but those were the only place where hair products were. This was mostly like my dog's stuff. It was like the basket to wash my dog, like towels full of towels, and his hair dryer. I've since moved that out of there and moved myself in because it's time for me. It's taking care of me. So I'm gonna open this for you, and there's a lot more things in here than there were before, but I'm excited to show it to you. So this is the Alpha drawer unit in its cabinet size, so it's not as deep as the regular drawer units they have. It's 4 runner, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4 runners. So the drawers are named for how many runners they take up. So 1 runner, 2 runner. There's also a 3 runner drawer size. I don't have that there. I have that in my other cabinet. I'll maybe flash some footage of what that looks like, but I've used it to store extra hair products. We'll go on a little tour in a minute. I have a little carousel with hair products on there. I've got some storage for hair accessories there. Back there I have a hair dryer and a hair straightener. Those don't get used a lot. There's also a hair dryer there. So let's start on the door. The most important thing I found when taking care of curly hair or fine hair even is that those old school ponytail holders, those really thin ones, you know what they look like. Don't throw them away. They're trash. They're gonna rip your hair out. They're gonna break your hair. Do not use those. So instead, you wanna use a satin or silk scrunchie. These are gonna be a lot less damaging on your hair, and don't use a lot of tension when you use these either. When I was collecting these, I was like, where the heck am I gonna store these? I wanted them to be somewhere where it's easy for me to get to them, but also easy for me to put them back. I have a lot because I also wash them very frequently. There's more here. These are like the thinner ones. Because you don't wanna also put dirty ones back into your hair, naturally. So I was like, what about command hooks? So these are jumbo command hooks, and they're just on the inside of my cabinet door. And command hooks are one of my favorite things to use as an organizer in general. I know there's mixed feelings about command hooks. You do need to follow the directions on the package to make sure they don't actually fall down. But something like a scrunchie is very light. You don't really have to worry about that happening, but just make sure you use a clean surface. We got 4 here and 2 over here. These are the little thinner silk scrunchies. I don't like these as much, but sometimes if I want to stretch my hair out without heat, I'll put a bunch of these on overnight and use the banding method, and that really is useful. So that's what I've found is the best method for not losing these scrunchies and not having them be all over the place. It does look a little wild, but I think it's a fine method, and you can get these jumbo command hooks from Amazon. I will link all the products I show you and I'm recommending down in the description below. And now we have this drawer unit from the Container Store. I love this in my bathroom. If I had room for 2, I would have 2, but I do not have room because of the pipe that's back there, unfortunately. In the first drawer, there's just stuff for my tooth business. So it's basically floss and toothbrush heads and things like that. And in the second drawer is my best friend Blue Magic. If you are a type 4 hair girly, you probably know what this is, especially if you're older. I went back to this recently and I could not be more excited about it. And I have all like different Blue Magics, like I have the castor oil one and I have the super sure grow one, which I don't like a lot, but and I have like the green one, I think, back here. And I have this argan oil conditioner, which I found to be great when I was moisturizing midweek, but not great as like an actual leave-in conditioner. I didn't like it then, but I like it midweek if my hair feels dry. I also have some Camille Rose curl aid back here. That's okay. Just don't like it as much as I like the other one from Camille Rose. But anyway, that's where all the Blue Magic is. I love hair grease. Next, I have, these are basically extra products. I had to put my camera on a tripod because things were getting a little wild, but these are extra hair products that don't fit in my wash day drawer, which I kind of have. I've got a couple of gels in here, a couple of extra shampoos, which I haven't opened yet, and things that I don't use a lot, but are just around. Like I have some pre-poo stuff, which by the way, this African Pride pre-poo is pretty amazing. I really like it. And this is where I keep my wash day spray bottle. I do empty it between, I just washed yesterday, so it has a little bit of moisture in it. I should probably leave it open so it dries completely, but I like this bottle because it's really small. It's by the brand Kitsch. And because I don't use a lot of water on my hair before I shampoo, I do a pre-poo to detangle, and I just use a little bit of water and either this or coconut oil. And so I don't really need to have a big, huge bottle. And I had big, huge water bottles, spray bottles, and I got rid of them because they were just taking up too much space, because I only use half of of this when I do my wash day. So I keep it in here, it's nice and small. And I also have one of these. Now, what is this, you may ask? This is something you put in the middle of your sink above the drain so that your hair doesn't go down the drain. Now, because I do pre-poo, I condition and detangle my hair before I use shampoo, I get a lot of hair that falls out because I don't brush my hair or comb my hair except for once a week. So you lose like 50 or to 100 strands of hair per day, I guess. And so it's just staying in my hair. And so when I wash it, all the hair comes out, and this stops all of that hair from going down the drain, clogging your drain. It's okay if your hair goes down the drain, but then you're gonna end up snaking your drain a lot, and I would like to avoid that. So this was really cheap. I think I got this from Home Depot or something, but I will link this and similar ones down below. It's very useful to have on wash day because nobody wants to be snaking their drain. The best way I found to have a lot of small items in a larger space and not lose them is not to allow anything to be in the back. So this was a little cosmetic organizer I got from, I think I got this from Home Goods or something. And it basically has hair conditioners and hair treatments on it, and there's little conditioners at the bottom, but they're mostly leave-in conditioners. So I can turn it and pick whatever I like on wash day. It looks like I like this one the best because I've used the most of that one, and I also do like kinky, curly, not today. I've been using that for years. But when I need to find products, all I have to do is turn this around. That way I don't have to dig in the back of a drawer, because a lot of videos I've seen have had drawer storage, and there's nothing wrong with drawer storage, but if you have things on top of things, it's going to be harder to organize them. So you always want things very easily accessible. By the way, I really do like Olaplex. I've used this like once a month for a couple of months, so I don't really have enough data to tell you whether or not I really, really like it, but so far, pretty good. I use number 0, number 3, and then use 4 and 5 in the shower. Haven't used the other products yet, haven't tried them, but like this so far. I do have a K18 in the back. Haven't tried that one yet, but I'll let you know. This little solution is so cute, and it's stackable, and I got it from Amazon, and it basically has hair products that need to be in their own special category. Like I have these little scrunchies with ribbons on them for extra cuteness, and I also have like Afro Puff, but they're satin. So this can be like wrapped around your head, but it gets smaller. That way you don't have to damage your hair. And in this one, I basically have more of those Afro Puff wraps, and I have silk head wrap. Behind that, I do have a hair dryer. I don't use that hair dryer a lot, I'm gonna tell you. I use it occasionally, and I usually only use the diffuser attachment. It's in a little container. I will move that so you can see. It's in a little container, which is very cute, and all of my heat protectants, which I use when I blow dry my hair, and my deep conditioning caps are right there. I'm gonna be honest, the hair dryer, again, doesn't get used that much, but at least it's there. That's why it's at the back of the cabinet. I do have a Rev Air. I have not opened it yet. I just got it recently. I haven't opened it yet. It's still in my closet. I will report back, but apparently Rev Air is that girl. But I don't straighten my hair that much, so I'll report back when I open it, but I do own a Rev Air. Also, the last time I organized this space, I put this paper down at the bottom, as well as, what is this, Plastomat on top of it. So if anything leaks on here, it's onto the plastic and not the paper, or it doesn't damage the wood surface. So highly recommend, because it does look very cute as well. And I did the same thing to the drawers. So here is basically my wash day drawer, and it has all of the tubs of products. Then basically nothing is piled on top of one another, so I can see everything and I have access to everything pretty quickly. And as you can see, I really like the Dew. I really like these products, especially these are my favorite, the Bonita Afro Balm and B-Girl. B-Girl, the hold from this gel is a little intense for me, but I still like it. This, along with the mousse, The rest of these are good too. It's just how I'm feeling. Like, I have shea butter. This is good for your skin as well. And I do really like this Almond J. This is from Camille Rose. I love to use this in my hair midweek when it feels a little dry. I really, really like this. And plus it smells like cookies, so that can't be bad. But I mean, honestly, mostly on wash day, I'm just dipping into this and I'm detangling my hair and pre-pooing with this. My hair likes it. I got suckered into stopping using this with the no oils, no butters movement back in the day. I feel like it was a few years ago, and now I picked it up and my hair is like so happy that I'm using it again. So you got to do what works for you. And this drawer, again, it was my more of a wash day kind of styling drawer. And this is where I have all of my styling combs and brushes and clips. These I use to section my hair on wash day. These are very useful. They never really do anything else, but on wash day they come in very handy. I have detangling brushes and combs. This one's my favorite. This is the Unbrush. I know it's very popular on TikTok, but I actually got this at Marshall's and I love this. I love it. It's easy to clean. It's very gentle on my hair. I get a lot less breakage with this. That and this works really well too. Don't love it as much as I love the Unbrush. The Wet Brush is actually not bad either, but these, I feel like these little balls are not that great. So I prefer to use the Unbrush. I also do have a pair of cutting shears. Ooh, that's like an oil stain. I do have a little pair of cutting shears here in case I find split ends or single strand knots. I do go around hunting for those occasionally during the week, and I do find a few and I just cut them. I don't mess around. There's no time. Just cut them off. So I don't have time to like sit around trying to like get single strand. You can't do anything about single strand. Just cut them. So if you're gonna cut your hair, do not use like your kitchen scissors. Don't do that. Buy hair cutting shears, keep them in their little package so they stay sharp, and just cut off. I cut off like 1.5 inches of my hair in May, just all around, because I just wanted to start from scratch-ish, and it was very liberating. I mean, it was sad because I had short hair, but I mean, my curls have never looked better. So I'm just saying, cut it off. Cut it off. It's just hair. We've got here the clips that I use also when I do my hair on wash day. They're being stored in this AMAC box, which I think is kind of brilliant. I don't know. I think I'm smart. These are something you can get at the Container Store. They're really cool, and I think they're fairly inexpensive. You can probably get them on Amazon as well. And I do have some little combs that I put in my hair. These are from Amazon. They're really pretty. This is what they look like. I don't think they're very damaging, and I like to use these if I do a little side part to hold one part of my hair back. I think they're kind of delicate, so I like to put them in this container. Above my sink, I also have some hair products that I like to keep out. These are basically oils and perfumes. This is me feeling a bonita area, so I really like the Gisou hair perfume. It doesn't last long, I'm gonna be honest. Like, it doesn't. It lasts, I don't know, an hour, and then your hair doesn't smell good anymore, but I'm still addicted to these, like, regardless. I just got these this weekend, but you can see I used almost all of this. This was the Rose Wildflower, and this is the lavender one, and this is like the plain one. I'm a stan. Anyway, I also have hair oils. I really do like hair oils. Again, I don't use these on my entire length of my hair. I just use these on my ends, and it depends on how I'm feeling about like which one I use. They're all fine because I have 4 oils here, but this one is very light. This is the Olaplex oil. These are basically just dimethicones. They're not like oils, but the bonding oil, this Curlsmith bonding oil is actually really nice, and the Moroccan oil is so nice. This is like really thick, smells great, and the Gisou oil is just okay. She's just okay. The packaging is terrible for this. Like, it leaks all over the place, but it's just okay. So overall, my favorite is this one, but I find that it's got a really strong fragrance, and that's what I don't like about it, but it's good. Anytime you want to make a space feel less cluttered, just put it in a tray. Put it in a tray, like all the things there. If something is like elevated on a cake stand or on a tray, all of a sudden it looks more intentional and less cluttered. So I'd love to have like a little separate tray for these as well, but you know, this is new to me, so I'm not really used, because before I had this on here as well, which looked really cute, and then that was like empty. So because I'm in my glamorous hair perfume era, I feel like I need some sort of other solution. But again, if you're wanting to reduce the visual clutter, put it in a tray. Oh, I didn't know you were in here. Hello, Mr. Man. Clover break. This is Clover. Hello, sir. Looking so handsome. Okay, next is my closet because weirdly enough, oh, you know what? Bathroom, back to the bathroom. If you're like me and you wear a shower cap in the bathroom, in the shower, then why not have your shower cap in the shower? Well, I mean, you probably do. But hooks are a great way to store the shower cap on the bathroom door. We've got 2 hooks. I've got 2 shower caps, depending on how much hair I'm wearing. So when I wore a lot of extensions, I needed the big one, but normally I just wear that one. And I have 2 bonnets here. Now these get washed pretty frequently, but it helps to have these here because when I'm going to bed, I will often grab from this area and wear one of these after I oil my ends at night. So, and oil ends, put on cap. Okay, back to my closet. I don't know if the closet organizing video is up by the time this video is up, but I have got a couple of different hair things in here, so I'll show you how I'm organizing them. These are like hair wraps. You know, you can wrap your hair and it's very pretty. That's where these are stored, in this Alpha door and wall rack. I love the Alpha door and wall rack. And I also love headbands. I love headbands, they're fun. And I've also put them on the Alpha door and wall rack. The other thing I love is bonnets. I love a hair bonnet. So I have all my hair bonnets here. And again, they get washed very frequently. This is where they live until they go into the wash. I've got all kinds. They're all silk lined, of course, or satin lined, so that they don't damage your hair. And I love them, and this is where they live. I also have a place in my closet where the uncommonly used hair things go, and it's in a box called hair accessories. Let's take a look inside. These are great little boxes. Unfortunately, they were discontinued by the company that makes them, called Rise and Tell. And I have been mad at them ever since because this is the greatest little box. They came in 3 different sizes. They're collapsible, so they collapse flat when you're not using them. And they're made of fabric. They're just great. I don't know why they would discontinue them. I'm gonna double check before I post this video, but I'm sorry about that, but I'm not gonna throw these away because they're bomb. Anyway, you unzip the box and inside are all of my infrequently used products. Like, I don't always do a roller set. I don't want to have to store that all in the bathroom. So all of that stuff is here. I've got rollers and these things, these are actually fun. They're fun. And they worked really well, actually. And I've got a little travel hair dryer in there just in case I want to travel, my scalp massager, just that kind of stuff. And it just lives in my closet because I don't need to access this very much because I don't really roll my hair that much, especially in summer. It's summer right now. There's no way I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna go outside and then it's just gonna revert because it's humid, and ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've gotten any ideas about your space from this video, or if you've got any advice that other people could use and love, please type it in the comments down below. I love to learn from you, and we learn from each other. And let me know how my curls are looking. Favorite combo right now, again, is Bonita Afro Balm and Mousse Def Mousse with the hydrate, honey hydrate underneath. Right now, that's my favorite. That's my favorite combo. Like, those 3 products, it gives what I need every time. And maybe that might be like my go-to. I might need to like just use everything else up, but right now that's my current favorite hair combo. So let me know what yours is. I'm actually curious. Let me know. I mean, let's talk in the comments. All right, bye. Thanks for watching.